inviting me to come and speak, Rupert. Always the cleverest girl at our school. And who knew one day would be, well, I don't even know where we are. This is a bit, yes, I know we're in the speaker's house, thank you. And how sweet, when you clean those glasses, I was like, he was raised by a single parent, and sure enough you were. Very well done. So thank you, and I wanted to say that I, as has already been said, I don't plan to become a single. Can I just be, I'm so from the olden days. Do you mind, if you want to take photos and stuff, I'm so happy to be afterwards, but I don't want to see the make of your phone, I want to see the windows to your soul. Do you mind, just while I'm speaking, is that okay? Because I'm a comic and I'm used to speaking to eyes. Is that okay? Thank you so much. Now, with that awkwardness out of the way. I didn't plan on becoming a single parent. And one of the things that was really heartbreaking is having your heart broken and all the devastation that occurs so often when people become single parents. And amidst all that, you're in charge of a little kid. It's the pressure, despite however much support you have from your parents and your friends, if you're lucky enough to, when the buck stops with you, it's emotionally an incredibly difficult thing to adjust to. And so when I finally did adjust to it, and I felt sort of okay, what I had to deal with it was a lot of the assumptions that were made. People would make comments about, oh well, at least you get a payment from your ex. No, it's very tricky for some people to comprehend that some mothers are the main breadwinners and we provide financially 100% for our children. And after a few years, I became a single parent again. This time, I was more robust, I was stronger, and I had my little girl knowing that her father wouldn't be involved in her life. He said to me when I was pregnant, you have to choose between me or the baby. And I chose the baby because his accent was so posh. So I thought, when I'm hungover, that's going to grate. And I'm a boozer, so I have to do the best for my family and chose the child. But you know what? This was 6 years after my divorce, and my daughter came in the world, into the world of a single mother, and went, oh, you already live like this, brilliant, I'll just fit in. And interestingly, I think she's had a much different journey to my father. That says a lot about mine and my son's relationship. I told him off once. I said, are you going to brush your teeth? And he said, I've got no idea, I'm not a soothsayer. And I said, don't be such a smart ass. And he took a beautiful gamble. He thought of the funniest thing to say, and he said it out loud, even though he knew it might get him killed. He said, your ass is smarter, mummy, yours can talk. I loved that moment, because it was an incredibly cheeky thing to say, but I thought it spoke volumes about mine and my son's relationship, and how close we are, and how we trust each other with our sense of humour. My daughter's world is very different. When she was a tiny baby, because there was no father in her life, she heard men be called daddy, so she thought daddy meant man. It was so awkward when I was invited to give a speech at a rally in Parliament Square against austerity, and Jeremy Corbyn was also there. And my toddler child pointed at him and said, Daddy! Some things are very tricky to explain. I'm in a privileged position compared to a lot of other single parents. Financially, I'm in a privileged position, and I feel that there are so many times when you're a single parent, you can't ask for help because you're so busy. You don't come up for air. You can't be ill. You certainly can't have a day off. And sometimes you sort of navigate it on your own, and your friends who are in couples will say things like, oh, let's go out for the evening. It's like, well, no, I can't, because I can't do things spontaneously. I don't have a partner at home that will hold the fort. No matter how lion-hearted I try to be about it, socially, there is a guilt sometimes that rugby tackles me to the ground. I was in Kew Gardens with my children. I saw another family go by, mum and dad still together, their children playing in the sunshine. I looked at that mum and dad and I thought, you're amazing, you made it. You know, you made it. You held your family together. And I know I shouldn't think that way, but I did. And I looked at my two children and I felt a guilt that I haven't been able to create and maintain that same environment for my two children as I saw this family in Kew walk by. They were geese. They were a family of geese. And I'm saying the emotions rugby tackle you to the ground when you least expect it. There's two things I want to say as I am amongst MPs. One of them is when I lived in Brixton, before I had children, there was a single parent who lived in the flat underneath mine. She had a little boy who was 4. He used to come up and play with my guinea pig whenever he came home from school. And she told me about a homework class that she had got together with mums at the school who were also single mothers. And she explained something to me, which at the age of 28, before I had children, blew my mind. She said, I'm a single mother of a son in this area. It is everything I have to do in life is to make sure, as she put it, that he's not a menace to society. What she was talking about is gangs. What she was talking about is her child is vulnerable to being hothoused, being, what's the word? Yes, thank you. By gangs. So what they did, the mothers, they took it in turn. So after school, have a place where the kids are together, because that time between school finishing and parents coming home is the time that most kids get attacked. That is a very real problem that so many parents, especially single parents, are facing, and we need to address that. When we had Sure Start in abundance, countless have been shut down now. I want to tell you something quickly about Sure Start. I am one of the middle class mothers who use the Sure Start in my area. Tell them I'm not in, I'm in the middle of something. So, once I was giving a talk and a fax came through, infinitely worse. And so is it your kid? Oh, my agent's saying cut. So, okay, just quickly. But what happened is, what I valued so much in Sure Start and saw the difference it made to our neighbourhood. I lived on a council estate in East Sheen, such a posh council estate. And I was not a council tenant, but countless of the other parents who used it were. There were single mothers in there who were tremendously young, very vulnerable, or they were very recent immigrants. They were very, very lonely. They knew that they had this hub to come to where we would gather them. We would create a nest of feathers for each other. So when that mother couldn't cope, she had people that weren't necessarily friends that she knew for a very long time, but other mothers who could help carry her load. Go and visit her when we realised this one mum had just stayed in with her kids all day watching telly, driving herself mad, no money to go out. If any of you have any power to reinstate the closed Sure Start centres, I could go on for ages about the stories of Sure Start. A little girl who came in with slap marks on her cheek. Because her mother couldn't cope. But then, because we saw those slap marks on her cheek, we knew and we were on it, and she got support and she got help. She was not an evil mother. She was a mother who couldn't cope. And if she hadn't had Sure Start to go to, we wouldn't have known the peril she was in. Thank you for inviting me so much. Sorry for going on.